Hello guys, my name's Chrome Drake and welcome back to Stellaris. Last time, we've actually now vassalized the Lox-Ungrak-Var Order. So these guys now belong to us, so we actually own one of their planets. This is incredibly good, because Biakues, their race loves tundra. So we can actually we can build a spaceport here, when we can actually use these guys to colonize parts of the galaxy that we couldn't otherwise get to, in theory. And the theory is, when we actually have the goddamn tundra tech. That is unfortunately needed. Hopefully it'll come along soon. Last episode I also built our robots. Yes, robots indeed. I can actually roll my R's now. It's amazing. It comes and goes. Now, the problem with the robots was I was looking at how to build them, and I could not figure it out for the life of me. And I've now figured it out. Basically, I was in my policies log. Now I've actually got access to AI. We're currently outlawing it. Now, as far as the Rex Mori are concerned, the way it's concerned with finding that little spark of divinity in everything. So in actual fact, artificial intelligence? Well, we're going to put it to servitude at the moment, but as soon as we actually find out there's proper life, we'll probably make them proper citizens of our empire and, you know, take the consequences when that happens. So we are going to have robots on our planets, which is going to be excellent. Right, that was the research agreement that we did at the end of last episode. It has been a little while since I did this, so I'm just refamiliarizing myself. The other thing I did last episode, which was really dumb that I caught when I was watching it back, was on the planet of Nadex. I built a mineral silo. I didn't mean to do this at all. I didn't mean to do that at all. I meant to build a mining network. Whoops! But never mind. We shall carry on. Now then, we've got... What do we have here? We've got ships all over the place that really don't need to be there. We also have a load of spaceports that currently are doing nothing, and last episode we researched the solar panel network. That is also excellent, and we are going to be slapping these down on every single one of our spaceports thus far. In fact, this spaceport could also be upgraded. Have we upgraded all of our spaceports? It looks like we probably have. Yeah, looks like we probably have. And we will ultimately be building one on Galsaposk as well, but we should be doing that shortly. But as it stands right now, we need to do a little bit of diplomatic spring cleaning around the galaxy. Now, these guys are currently disloyal, but that will go away in time, especially now that I don't have an embassy with them. Do I need an embassy with them? Well, the threat's going to go down, and so was the at-war penalty. So in actual fact, we should be okay. Now, the at-war penalty is yearly. The threat penalty, I believe it goes down by 1 per month. So it shouldn't be too long before we're back in their good graces, and they'll be our loyal vassals and allies. These guys, we have very little threat. We didn't actually technically take over something right on their doorstep, and that's a very good thing. So hopefully they shouldn't be coming after us too soon. We're too far away for this to have really been a problem. So give it a year or so, and our threat will have vanished. Now these guys seem to have taken a bit of a beating, if I've been perfectly honest. But yeah. Now we've also got a little problem I noticed down in our sector down here. I could have sworn that we had more of an energy output than that. I'm absolutely certain that we did. Now I don't know whether or not they built spaceports. That explains a lot. Now the weird thing about spaceports and sectors is that I can actually basically tweak them, and I'm not entirely sure why this is. I don't know if this is a bug or what. So the thing is, we're just going to come into these spaceports here, and we are going to manually... this one doesn't have one yet. Well, that's fair enough. But we're going to basically manually put some of our own resources into the spaceport and actually get it a wee bit upgraded. Honestly, I don't really know what the point of having a spaceport is in sectors apart from defense. There doesn't seem to be much point to me at all. Now then, how are the people looking down here? We're going to actually just bring this up to normal speed, just while I have a look around. They're still not exactly what you would call happy. These guys are alright. Ish. They're doing their bit. It's not too bad. And as much as I kind of like the mineral output, I really don't need it at the moment. I think we're going to just put these guys on financial and make them churn out some energy credits if we can manage it. That would be for the best. Now then, we also have, over here, we have a couple of systems. Oh dear, well, what a shame. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of unrest with the Lox-Ungrak-Var. That will actually, the Lox-Ungrak-Van, beg your pardon, that will clear up in time. Where's my other science ship? Go and survey this for me, please. These systems so far at a bit of a loss for us, and there's a big old nasty space amoeba in there. Our ships are on the way back being repaired, that's great. We've got some inactive buildings. Where have we got some inactive buildings? That's a science lab. Yes, I could really do with sorting out... Okay, so there was a mining station here, it just needs to be repaired. What's your food looking like at the moment? That's not bad. We will build you a power plant, get you underway. And I think we're going to upgrade that to a proper hydroponic farm. We do have a planetary administration, wonderful. Yeah, that's all looking, that's quite a nifty looking planet. So like I say, as soon as we can get the tundra research, or the tundra habitation, colonization tech, that's what I'm trying to say, we can actually start to expand our reach further. Now, were there any arid worlds out here that I could basically leap on at this point? Because we do need to keep expanding, we need to grow our power base as much as we can at this early stage of the game. And I don't honestly think that there... Oh, there's one in Tem. There's one in Tem. What does Tem look like? Actually, pretty decent. I'm very tempted to jump on that, or perhaps add that to this sector. Another leader has died. We're not a very long-lived species, sadly. The Rex Mori, you know, they're very productive in their lives, but sadly, they are not the most productive species at all. Right, we've lost a scientist on one of our ships, so we're going to have to sort that out, methinks. Let's see. Anomaly research speed, survey speed. A communique from the Empire identifying themselves as the Alarminid Union. They are mind flayers, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings from the Alarminid Union. We are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual freedoms of our citizens, regardless of their species. Our elected leader, President Gethmar, hopes for a long and fruitful relationship with your people. Love is friendship set to music, Alarminids. How alarming. No, let's not even let's not even go there. I'm going to get this guy because he's actually younger. That seems better to me right now. I'd like you on my ship. Thank you very much. We're probably getting some more people dying off shortly. As soon as... And our energy credits are starting to look better, which is great. So, I'm going to take them. That's not in our space, is it? No. Well, that's fine. They can have that. I think it's time to upgrade a bit of our research. Now, as far as I'm concerned, anything that has a research of 3 or more is worth going after. Anything that's got a bit less, probably not quite so much. And we'll get this construction ship over here. If it's just a 2, then you're probably just wasting resources going after it, honestly. I might go after that one later. Right, what's up here? Oh, we got another 5 and a 2. Unidentified Empire declared war on the Jazkavar sovereignty, and the Jazkavar sovereignty is... over here. Interesting. Seems to be getting a bit of lag and stutter on the recording. I can't do much about that. Unfortunately, Stellaris isn't wonderfully optimized just at the moment. And just because of the way it's had to be coded, because there's so many interlocking features, I believe it only uses a single core. I could be wrong about this. I could be talking bollocks. But I believe it only uses a single core, or majoritively the single core on your system. So when recording, it can cause a few problems. I might have to look into that in the future. Right, I definitely want to get a new... Wow, look at our power. That's just skyrocketed. And it skyrocketed, and I don't believe our... Oh, we've just repaired our vassal systems. That's interesting. So why don't you come and get into orbit around Maya, please? But you can come in orbit around Rex Primalis. Mechatol, there we are. Good old Mechatol. Ah, new Inquisitor underway. This will be announced. Root out of the heresy wherever we may find it. Let's see, so the Inquisitor must be the leader of our oligarchy. So we have 2 here. Now this is the guy that we previously had, Rex Clandrax. Ship cost, ship upkeep, ship build. Food plus 10% and minerals plus 10%. I actually still really like this guy. Would actually like...
Research complete. System survey.
I don't like the idea of a random candidate. I think we're going to elect the same guy we had because that suits me just at the moment. Now then, at the same time... You know what, these are fine on for now, that's fine. Research complete. What have we researched? Space torpedoes. Excellent. And next... I think it's high time that we actually outfitted our ships with some armor. Now, we're going to see what we get after we've finished researching Psi Warriors, or Psionic Theory. Yeah, Psi Warriors, because if we could actually get the Tundra research tech, then we will be going on a bit of a colonization explosion. Now, our leader re-elected, that's great. Speaking of which, Rex Primalis, I want you to do things for me. I want you to build for me a colony ship. We've currently got a lot of minerals. I could probably afford to bank some of these with our friends here. And just wondering, so let's see, I've actually unlocked the robotics tech. Now these guys are basically full at this point, and we really don't need more food. I actually am going to start building a few science labs. Wow, God, look at this one. Yep. Thank you. We're going to build a few. That's a shame. In fact, you know what? Let's actually recruit. I've still got my defenders here, but let's actually recruit some defensive armies as well. Just to be on the safe side. I still don't know if the defensive armies will rise up against me, but hey, we'll figure that out in the long run. We've actually got another mining station here that could stand to be created and taken. Right. Still not researched this, probably because our scientist died. Anyway, what was I doing? Yeah, we were going to see if we could build any robots on any planets. That's what we were doing. Can we build a robot? We can build a robot. Let's build a robot, everybody. I'll probably put him to work on some minerals. We're going to get another mining network. We'll probably get a power plant over here. Seems about right to me. And we will upgrade this. Yep. Because these guys... we've had some ethics drift here. These guys aren't too bad, actually. Their happiness will go up. I might just see if I can actually get a governor. Who could increase the happiness? Not really just at the moment. We shall see. I'll keep an eye on it. We'll find out what happens there. Okay.
Research
Mechatol is coming along with our ship. We have just researched these Psi Warriors. Tundra World! Hey! That's exactly what we wanted. So we're going to get that underway as quickly as possible. I think I'm actually just going to swap our researchers round. Because I'd like that a little bit faster. 4 months faster. It wasn't a huge deal. But it'll do. It will do. How are we doing? Planet summary. -1 food. What the hell, guys? Upgrade. Get a planetary administration over here. I think we're going to unlock that tile. This will be minerals. Well, we got a lot of minerals at the moment, but we will use these minerals and we use this as a power station, and probably this one as a power station as well, actually. And when the time comes, that's the same planet, you fool.
Construction.
Right, we got absolutely bags of food here. So these hydroponics farms don't need to be upgraded currently. Have we got anything to upgrade? It looks like we're pretty good. What's our food like? 4 food. 4 food currently. Another leader has died. The Inquisitor Rex Clandrax, who we've just elected, has just died. I perhaps should have thought about his age before I elected him. That was a bit foolish, to say the least. Never mind. Build another basic science lab. Time to get this underway. In fact, we're going to probably clear this out. And probably clear this out as well. Starvation! What's going on in Foxtrot? Well, actually, we know about this. We do know about this. As soon as this is upgraded, the food problems here will actually be solved. And we can upgrade these as well. Not fantastic in the meantime. We have another communique from an unknown space-varying empire called themselves the Great Jackly Hegemony. Ah, the smoke slugs. Fantastic. I speak on behalf of the Great Jackly Hegemony, and I bring you greetings. Our great leader, Emperor Wugutrim I, is very pleased to have made contact with your unique species, and we look forward to an exchange of culture and ideas. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Right. Was that a science ship? Ah, right, we actually have... right, that was actually... No, I beg your pardon. That was actually our leader. So we actually need to elect a new leader, and it's going to be this guy because he's the only guy fit for the job. Alright. Alright, we got our armor researched. Mining Network 2 would be nice. Yeah, I think we're going for Mining Network 2 there. We've got an absolutely massive amount of... Alright, we've got a load of stuff here that I'm just going to quickly read through. Powerful pop factions over here. I will sort that out shortly. Okay, that was the election. Rivalry has... blah, blah. A trade offer. Yeah, sure, I'll give you my star charts. And I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. I accidentally deleted it. I am a bad person. Whoops. Never mind. Right. Colony ship. You. We are going to be colonizing Tem. And we are going... No. That was not what I wished to do. There we go. Colonize the planet. Fantastic. Absolutely crap tons of food, and it looks like we're going to get plenty of physics research into the bargain right there, which is wonderful. So that will expand our borders hopefully quite meatilly. We've got a fair bit around here that we can exploit. It would help if I was unpaused at this point. Now, what is the galaxy looking like? So we got near to... Oh. This is interesting. So the Beldros Assembly has been cut in half. Now, these guys are not vassalized, so I'm assuming that this was actually... these guys are either liberated, or this was an uprising. I think they're probably liberated, but they certainly weren't vassalized, and over here we can see the Visari Syndicate has actually expanded its borders quite mightily. We need to watch out for these guys. Now here are the Mind Flayers. Don't mind us too much. They have trade deals with several empires, and... Oh, and we don't really care about the Great Jackie Hegemony. They're all the way over there. No problem whatsoever. You know what? I had a feeling he might be elected. So, minerals plus 10%, frontier outposts, a growth time minus 25%. It's not too bad as a leader. All things considered, he's actually pretty good. So, I'm not going to quibble too much about this. Like I say, do want this as fast as possible. So, we're just going to speed up time. And basically, at this point, wait for things to happen. Right, yeah, we are getting a bit of trouble over here. We do need to start repairing some of our buildings. This one needs to be repaired. I don't find it all that obvious as to which build... Oh, it's the ones with these. Well, my mistake. Yeah. Actually, the recently conquered penalty, I don't know how long that lasts for. Possibly, is it the same as... Was it war? Will that go away in 25 whole years? I don't know. Something we'll just have to figure out as when we come to it. Another empire has contacted us called the Consolidated Jess Inak Sons. Ah, Birds of Paradise people. Ish. Very ish. We are the Consolidated Jess Inak Sons, minions of the wise High Technician Blackwing I. Our aim is to build an efficient society through the use of technology. We're always keen to study new alien civilizations to see what can be learned from them. As fellow star explorers, we salute you. Not really feeling the love, but I don't mind them too much either. You know, live and let live. Live and let live. And I'll probably be suffering just a bit more lag while I've got the speed on fastest up here.
Research complete.
Excellent, so we've actually got better power reactors. In fact, I'm going to pause now. I'm just going to have a little tweak around on our ships. Hyperdrive 2. That'll make it faster to scoot around. That's not a bad thing. Don't mind the idea of Power Plant 2 either. Assist research, we're probably going that way. So all of these are really quite useful to us at this present moment in time. Power should be okay for the time being, so I'm actually going to get Hyperdrive 2, I think. That's going to be my goal there.
Construction complete.
Fair enough. Don't know what I just built. In fact, what did I just build? What is actually screwing us up on this planet? Not entirely sure. Was it actually the Planetary Administration? No. I have no clue. I have no clue at all. Well, whatever. Doesn't really bother me at the moment. Who the heck just died? Oh, excellent. And one of my really good researchers has just popped his clogs. So we're not doing brilliantly here. Have I got any better governors yet? No, they're still the same. I need to get some more governors, I really do. You know what? Let's have a look in our policies. Let's just have a little look, because I'm sure... Yes, unfortunately, just because of the way our government is set up, we can only have our own species as leadership, because we are supposed to be leading everybody else. That's a bit unfortunate. But anyway, let's recruit a new scientist. Psionics? Psionics isn't bad. Well, you know what? Let's get this guy. Let's get him and the Voidcraft going, and let's just stick him in research here. Now then, I'm actually going to knock off... No, I'm going to wait until we got the Tundra research, and then I'll knock off our research initiatives, I think. And hopefully very shortly. Tem is establishing. That's great. And we'll have access to more power resources and more research when that has been completed. Our border's just extended a little bit.
Research complete.
Mineral store. Yeah, that was the thingy. Yeah. Was that the upgrade mining facilities? I can't remember. Yes. Yes, it was.
Complete.
Right. It was. We will now get to the advanced spaceports. This seems like a very good plan.
Construction complete.
And the Great Jackley Hegemony has gone to war. Where were these guys?
Construction complete.
I think these are the guys all the way over here. Yes, they were. Never mind that then. I'm just going to knock this down to fast because the lagginess on the game right now is really starting to get to me. I hate it, I hate it. We're nearly done over here on Dolok. I'm actually going to go to Maya, I think, and I'm going to build a... Yeah, this thing that lowers ship... Oh, they're actually both pretty good, but I'm going to get the crew quarters to lower the ship upkeep there. And I think we're also going to get the Corvette assembly yards, and we'll probably do the same on Mechatol as well. Now then, Gal Suposk, I am going to start building a spaceport here. And we will upgrade that shortly with the solar panels, I must not forget. And when this planet has been taken, we'll be adding it to this sector, and hopefully helping it to grow just a little more. That would be great. Speaking of which, how's it doing? We could do with the governor of this sector as well, actually. So, in actual point of fact, we're going to get another governor for the sector. I quite like this guy at the moment. He'll be very, very good. So we're going to assign... Oops. Oh, Guthra is perfectly fine. Au natural, don't mind that at all. And our energy credits are starting to roll in, so that's not too bad. What am I doing? I don't know. There we go, that's better. You know what, I'm just going to sort of ease off on the taxes just a little bit to give them a bit more growing room, I think.
Colony.
Excellent. Right, okay, first things first. Construction ships, go and build me all the things. All the things. And then we are also going to add you, I think, directly. All of these are going to be added to the sector. So let's just manage that. That seems good. It seems like we're going to have a more prosperous sector this way round to me. So yeah, we will finish this. Research is coming along. That's great. So I think I remember that there were plenty of... Were there plenty of Tundra worlds? Yeah, Tundra... Really? Was there really only one? Oh no, there's another Tundra world here. We'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. Unemployed Pops. Where have I got unemployed Pops? You need to do something. Right, so you are going to go over here and get some minerals for me. You are going to get me some power. Because I believe he actually does have a bonus, I think, being a robot. Yes, minerals plus 10%, that's right. Upgrade our mining network. We're going to upgrade our science, although it's maybe not brilliant on this planet, honestly. And we will also remove this tile blocker. The Great Banthurian Hierarchy. Where are they? I don't know. Great Banthurian Hierarchy. Banthurian? Where are the Banthurian? Oh, up here. So they've joined an alliance up here. Well, that's doesn't really, with an unidentified empire, that doesn't really mean too much to me, must be said. Our mineral income is massive. Oh, for God's sakes, guys. Pull yourselves together, lads. You'll be happy soon. Don't worry about it. Speaking of which, now that we've actually recruited a governor, do we actually have another governor that we can recruit to actually slap down there? Who will improve happiness? No. Excellent. Marvellous.
Construction complete.
Apparently we've got two. Oh no, there's just this guy still unemployed over here. Not too bad, all things considered. Let's just speed back up a bit and not zoom around the galaxy too much. I think that would be a safer bet. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, so I've just realised I should have been keeping my science ships busy. I've actually got plenty of stuff here that I can survey. We will just come down here and start just having a sniff around these planets with our science ships. Construction is complete, that's great. I think we've finished the spaceport here, so we're going to build our solar panel network, and then we'll sink in a few minerals to get it upgraded. And speaking of which, our mineral supplies are becoming huge. We've actually got a lot of fleet supply that I'm probably going to build up to shortly. Let's just slow down a bit. Where is our spaceports? Our spaceports are there. Let's just have a little look at our fleets. In fact, I did say we were going to have a bit of an upgrade spree, and I didn't do it in the end, because we now have our upgraded cold fusion reactors, which probably means that I can sort some of this stuff out. Now, we do want space torpedoes in place of the nuclear missiles. I think that's probably going to do it for us on the corvettes. That's still a hefty upgrade, however. I'm very happy with that. That's quite a considerable beef up. So we'll save that there, and then we've also got our destroyer. And we want space torpedoes on our destroyer. What else do we want? Cold fusion reactors. If I were to put a cold fusion reactor on, can we put on some more ooh, do we want some armor? We might just want some armor. 10% damage mitigation, you know, to be perfectly fair, that's not huge. Can I... No, that's really gonna cripple him.
Complete.
Can I put some... No. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to go with... I think we're just gonna have to go with one of these right here. Save. What just happened? Okay, so the guys up north have just gone to war. We've got Tundra Tech. Marvellous. Fantastic. Alright, monthly influence. Yeah, we're going to absolutely be taking this, the planetary unification. That's marvellous, that's wonderful. We've actually got more planets than I realised that we haven't actually taken over yet. But then again, we can sort these out at a slightly later date. Right now, I'm sort of in territory grabbing mode. We have planets here that we can take. Uno, wow. Wow. Yeah, I like that. I'll definitely have that. Okay. I see no reason why we can't upgrade already, you know, guys. I just think it's okay. So if we were to build a colony ship... Food consumption minus 10%, happiness plus 5%. So basically, you can see here that we've got 4 different types of colonists from the Lox Ungrak var to choose from. Now the reason for this is that there is a feature in the game called ethics divergence, where effectively the ethics in the game are supposed to change over time. The problem with this is that currently, in the current state of affairs, the ethics basically just goes to neutral and you don't pick up new ethics in turn. They, hopefully, towards the end of May, will be releasing a patch that will fix this and it will no longer be a problem. But these guys are definitely the ones we want on that planet. So I'm going to start, once these have been built, I'll start a colony ship to go and colonize that planet. And we'll get that underway. And then, after that, I think we really need to find out where we want to be in the galaxy proper. I mean, we could come and expand over here. But it's tricky. Now, these guys were superior to us. They had a superior start, but they've actually been boxed in by these guys to the north over here. And neither of these are really going to like us overly much. Now, these guys are equivalent in tech. These guys are superior still. So maybe we will need to sort that out, ultimately. But right now, we're just about okay. Okay, that's good. I've got my power and everything else building out here. That's marvellous. I think it's time. I do think it's time to...
System survey complete.
Once our colony ship here has been built, once we've actually got this colony here settled and we've got our power all sorted and cushy, as I believe is the term. That's totally the term. Then, and at that point, we will certainly be going and building out our fleet and seeing who else that we can bring the message of the way to. So that'll be our goal going forward here. We've actually got more planets here that we could take, so this is actually not a bad part of space to now expand to, provided we can keep these guys kind of happy. They currently... This isn't going to go down any further, so currently that's okay, but we do need to be careful. Anyway, guys, thank you very much indeed for joining me for this episode. Grid health, good gaming, and I shall catch you on the next one. Goodbye for now.